hate, like, during summer when you have, like, skirts or dresses on and you sit down and your thighs are like, boom, right? And then you're like, oh, but oh well. All right, so cheers. It's Friday.
Thank God.
Although when this airs, it'll be Wednesday, but yeah, crazy.
Hump day.
So you're getting a new job.
I am getting a new job, so
Tell us all about it.
I'm going to be a kindergarten teacher.
I'm so excited.
good. I'm actually like kind of nervous though because I've always wanted to work with like middle schoolers and high schoolers.
Okay, so this is kind of different than what you kind of had envisioned.
Yeah, but I think it'll be really good. You know, I used to teach dance, and like my sweet spots were like always like the really older kids or like the really younger kids because they kind of mimic the same thing. They're still trying to figure everything out. I don't really like the 4th and 5th graders because they're like,
that's a tough age.
I know everything.
Yeah, and they're smelly. They haven't learned how to use deodorant yet.
Yeah, they're still learning. So everybody's still learning, but I think like the middle schoolers are nice because like they're figuring out who they are, and the kindergartners are nice because they're like, I don't know anything.
They're just adorable.
Yeah, they just want to like love everyone.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I am
That's so
too.
cool. So when do you start?
So I start in 2 weeks from Monday, so 2 days after this, 2 days before this video airs or whatever, 2 weeks from then. So I'm really excited. I'm actually going into a school where they're doing a little bit of like an overhaul, so there's going to be a lot of changes, and they're kind of preparing me for like it's going to be different. Like some of the staff is going to be the old staff, some of the staff is going to be the new staff, so it might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but when I was in my interview, they were like, we want somebody who like radiates sunshine, and they were like, you radiate sunshine.
You do radiate sunshine.
So that made me really happy.
I love it. Cheers to that, girl.
Woo.
That's amazing. Drinking mimosas this morning.
Oh, much needed.
It's been that kind of week, hasn't it?
It has.
It's been
really
crazy.
has.
It's been crazy. I know I had like one of my aunts died like super unexpectedly yesterday, just out of the blue, completely nobody saw it coming. So that was an adventure, and hopefully we'll have the services soon and all of that. But you know, it was really funny because in the bariatric challenge group that we're in, and we do like guest speaking and things in that group, the topic for my live, I had to go live today. The topic for my live today was using mindfulness to combat overeating and binge eating. And like binge eating is something that I've struggled with for a long time, pretty much like most of my adulthood. I think I've struggled with it. And so it was funny because yesterday, well, not really funny, but it was interesting yesterday, you know, as I'm kind of mentally preparing for this, I had to go out to Sprouts, and this was like an hour or two after I learned that she had passed. And so I was like driving back to my house, and all of a sudden I had this like overwhelming craving for Subway. Like I really just wanted to go and like stuff my face with like a foot-long sub sandwich, and I was just like, I was really, really tempted to do it. And I knew, you know, like, you know, logically, like, I'm not going to feel good after this. I probably shouldn't. But one of the things I was like talking to the ladies in this group about today was how every time that you are tempted to overeat or something like that, or binge or whatever, it's because you're craving an emotional connection, right? And so it's kind of this like under the surface, like you have to get down to like the root of the issue. And you know, for me, I like to break it down into like 3 C's. So it's like connection, confirmation, or a good cry. And so whenever you're tempted to like binge eat or overeat or whatever, I've noticed that it's always one of those 3 things that you really actually need, and that food's not going to solve that. So I had this like moment of like, okay, it's time to like practice what you preach. So I was like, all right, like, why am I craving Subway? And it was really funny because I live around this area where there's a lot of fast food places and a lot of places to eat. So it was weird to me that I had like honed in on Subway because I haven't eaten Subway in years. And so I was like, why Subway? Like, it was so, like, you know those cravings you get where it's like you can almost like taste it, like just thinking about it, and you're just like, ugh, like you can smell it, it's there. And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, I think I'm just craving like nostalgia. Like I'm craving, you know, it was an aunt of mine who had died, and somebody like, you know, who I'd grown up with. And so there's this like sense of like losing a little bit of your past or a little bit of your childhood. And, you know, Subway for me was always a very like fun place to go in high school. And we, you know, Tim and I would go there after school for lunch, or, you know, we'd go there with friends, or even when I was pregnant with my first baby, I was craving Subway all the time. Aww. And Tim and I worked at the same job for most of my pregnancy with my first, and so it was kind of fun because we could take our lunch breaks together, and so we would often go to Subway because that's what I was craving. And so as I'm, thinking through this and trying to be mindful and realize, like, okay, this is something deeper, like, what do you need? I realized I really just needed some connection, and so I was able to kind of, talk myself off the ledge there and go home and have a salad and something that I knew was healthy and that would nourish what I actually needed, which was some emotional support. And, so then to like talk to Tim, but I just thought that was like funny that, there's so many times I think when you come into something as, an expert, or you're trying to teach someone something, and like the universe just throws all these opportunities at you to like practice what you preach.
Yeah.
And so yesterday it was just like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to tell people that that there's a way to not do this, I gotta do it myself.
That's amazing. I'm really proud of you.
Aww,
that's awesome.
It was rough. So I'm like, it's like distracting, like, because we can see ourselves like in this monitor next to the camera, and like my roots are so dark, but I'm like trying to wait to go get them done because I have a wedding next month towards like the end of the month, and I'm like, I don't want to have to go twice before the wedding, so I'm like trying to like push it off, but I have like a whole nother like 3 weeks before I go get my roots done, and I'm just like, like it's driving me nuts.
See, my whole thing is I'm like, how long can I push it out until June 20th, which is like when I need it actually done by?
Yeah.
But like I'm in my head and I'm like, well, I have Disney coming up in May, so do I go in April? Do I wait until? But then I go again because it needs to be perfect for June, so then do I just wait in general? Like, yeah, I'm really struggling with this.
Well, that's like the whole like planning your hair, like when you wash your hair around your schedule.
Yes.
Because then you're like, well, if I'm washing my hair, that means I'm gonna have to spend this amount of time actually doing it. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, I don't have time for that. Like dry shampoo is literally like my BFF, you guys.
Yeah, I still have like my hair done from like the photo shoot or whatever. I did a photo shoot a couple of days ago, and they put my hair in an updo.
They did. I saw that.
It was very nice, but they like curled my hair before then. So like the next day, which was yesterday, it was like all pretty and nice. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, I don't have time to shower. I don't have time to blow dry my hair because I want to blow dry my hair so I can flat iron my hair. So it's just not gonna happen this morning, guys. Like I needed to wake up 2 hours earlier.
I cannot wait till my hair's like long enough to throw in a ponytail. That's like the one thing I miss, and I feel like I'm at a bit of a disadvantage for trying to go longer without washing my hair.
Right.
Because when it's down, like, it's so much more obvious that, like, you need to wash your hair. Like, when you can throw it up in a ponytail, like, I used to live in a ponytail for, like, 3 days, which is, like, not great for your hair as long as you take it out while you sleep,
exactly.
I think is the thing. But, like, I used to live in ponytails, and I finally got so sick of it, and that's why I chopped my hair off so that I'd be forced to do something with it every day. But, you always miss what you don't have.
Yeah.
Now I'm forced to wash it more often than I want to.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Disneyland, I was thinking, like, we're trying to figure out who's coming with us on this trip. So if you want to come with us, let us know.
Yes, definitely.
But I don't know. I'm trying to. Okay, so who is coming so far?
So my friend Maddie, which was she was Miss Arizona a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So I met her through this organization. She's freaking amazing. She really wants to come with us.
Yay!
And then one of my old friends, so like in high school, I was friends with this group of kids who didn't go to my high school. Mm-hmm. And I put it out there on my Instagram, and she and I talk every now and again. We've met up for Dutch Brothers a couple of times, like since high school.
Yeah.
But we really like haven't spoken that much. Like I'd say we're like pretty solid acquaintances.
Sure.
She messaged me and she was like, I would love to go. Like, let's do it. Like, that sounds amazing for somebody's birthday. I love Disneyland. I love birthdays. Let's go.
What? I'm going to be so celebrated.
Yeah,
I'm
like
so
everybody
excited.
is just like, oh my gosh, birthdays.
Like, none of my friends are able to come. But that's totally fine. I understand. Most of my friends, it's harder, I think. Most of my friends are moms. Yeah. And so it's a lot more difficult for, like, moms to get away, I think, than it is for, like, girls who don't have kids. And,
absolutely.
They don't have to worry about childcare and all that. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Tim's coming with us. So that's going to be so fun.
Does that mean I can bring my boo?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Dude, please bring your boo.
Woo!
Please bring your boo.
This is exciting.
I'm so excited.
Guys, I have a boo.
I know. She has a boo, and he's so handsome.
He is. He's pretty cute. We're not, like, official yet, but, like...
You're kind of unofficially official.
We're unofficially official.
I love it.
pretty great.
He's so sweet. I haven't met him yet, but I've heard such good things.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to meet him. We should double date sometime.
I would love that. My friend Becca met him a couple of days ago.
What did Becca think?
Becca loved him.
Aw,
she
of
like
course.
so she was super funny. She she left her straightener with me when we were up in Happy Valley when I was house sitting because I needed a straightener.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm at the gym right now. Like, can I come grab it from your house?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not at my house. You can either go to my house and steal my straightener, and come over to my boo's house and you can grab your straightener from there." And she was like, "Okay, I'll do that." So then she texts me and she's like, "I'm here," and she's like waiting in her car, and I was like, no, like you're gonna come in, you're gonna meet him, like
Aww.
you haven't met him yet, and like
Good.
you keep being like, "I'm nervous to meet him," and she was like, "Fine, like I'll come up." She ends up staying for like 20 minutes and playing with his roommate's dog and talking to him, and she was like, "Okay, I like him, I'll go now."
Right?
And I was like, "Okay, like sounds good."
So funny.
So
I love it. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
And Andrea's coming.
Yes,
Our winner.
Andrea's
She's
coming, yes.
which is awesome.
yes, I'm very excited.
We have reservations at Blue Bayou, so we're going there for dinner.
I'm so
and then
stoked.
one of the nights we're going to that Italian like
Villa
vineyard type
thing.
place in California Adventure. We're
Yes.
going there on my birthday
For wine.
for wine, and I'm so excited. But yeah, I think our capacity is like I think 11 or 12 people.
Yeah.
So if you want in on this trip, it's going to be pretty epic and
Yeah.
amazing. And it's funny, I actually haven't been to Disneyland in a long time when it's not cold.
Yeah. We've always gone in the fall.
Yes, like in the fall or right after Christmas when it's like still decorated for Christmas and like, but it's not Christmas time. Like, so that's been when we've gone lately for the last few years. I don't think we've been to Disneyland. So I'm looking forward to actually like wearing shorts and t-shirt and like, oh my gosh. So Tim and I decided what our Disney bound costume is. He and I are he's going as Captain America and I'm going as Agent Carter.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
I ordered him the cutest, like the coolest, like it's like not a muscle shirt. What do you call it? Like a compression shirt that is like dark blue and has like the shield thing right here, and like it's gonna look so good, you guys. And I'm trying to find him one of those like adult-sized Captain America shield backpacks that's like huge, and it's a backpack, but it looks like Captain America's shield. So I'm trying to find one that's not like $150.
He's gonna be stuck holding everybody's cell phones.
And you guys, my husband like looks like he is literally Steve Rogers. Like he's just that good old fashioned boy. And like I have this really cute little olive green like mini skirt that I'm gonna wear with like a white t-shirt and little brown booties. Like it's gonna be the cutest. I'm so freaking excited for this couple's costume. You have no idea.
I'm actually dead right now. Like I'm dead. That's
I'm so
amazing.
excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's funny because I never used to like say, so you know when you're like in high school and like afterwards, like you have these like this like set of vocabulary, right, that you go through. And like for me, unfortunately, one of like the words that we used to say a lot was like, oh my god, that's so gay. Or we would say like, oh, we'd use like the R word and say that's retarded, you know, and like obviously those are inappropriate and we stay away from those. But you know, we would say these like other little things that like only really make sense to like my age group. And so it's funny because you started saying things like I'm deceased or I'm dead, and I was just like, does that mean it's a good thing? Or that like I felt so old having to figure this out. And then I saw this video on Facebook yesterday where it was like translations for things that Generation Z says, and I was dying because now my kid is saying those things. So it was like yeet, and like I don't understand.
Is that like yay?
It's just a response.
Like yes?
Yeah, I guess, but like, so they were like, oh, I got a new job, and the response was like yeet, or it was like, oh, I had a new baby, and it was like yeet. And I was like, I don't understand, like, you just can't sub yeet in for every response, but they do, and true enough, like, my kid does it too. It's really funny. But then there was other things like, something's really cool, and they'd be like, oh, that's so lit.
Oh,
or,
yeah, we say that.
Like that,
yeah.
Or, oh my gosh, I can't even, like, they were really funny, and shoot, I can't think of, like, the other ones right now, but it was, or, like, the whole, oh, you know, like.
Oh, I can't do that.
Was that originated with Khloe Kardashian?
It's Cardi B.
Oh, so the
she runs around and she's like,
stole it from Cardi.
Like,
like
yeah, my R's.
I can
like
roll
yeah,
my
it's
R's,
like
yeah.
that.
And okay, so I didn't know which came first because I know Cardi B does it, and I know the Kardashians do it, and I know Cardi B recently started hanging out with the Kardashians, so I wasn't sure which came first, but
It's
good
Cardi
to know
B.
that the
Always
Kardashians hijacked it, and it was Cardi B first. So the whole thing is a thing.
Yes,
and
that's absolutely a thing.
Evidently, it's also a thing that, like, it's completely appropriate to, like, carry on a conversation like this and, like, always on your phone and, like not even looking at the other person, which is so bizarre to me because I grew up before cell phones were, like, a thing.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, everybody who taught me how to do stuff was, like, very, not old-fashioned, but just kind of, it was before cell phones, so we didn't have anything in our hand to, like, distract us. And so it's really funny because, like, I'll be talking to my kid and he'll just be like, you know, and he'll be completely hearing what I'm saying, totally responding. He's not ignoring me. Like, he's just on his phone. And part of me is like, hello. Like, I am here. So disrespectful. But then part of me is like, well, I guess he's listening. But then, I don't know. I think there's a balance. Like, you have to, like, teach them. Like, sometimes it's good to put your phone down, make some eye contact, actual human interaction, not just, oh, I'm hearing what you're saying and I'm responding to you while I'm on my phone.
Yeah, see, like, I have that issue. I'm really bad about that, especially recently. And it's really bad because, like, I'll be listening, but I feel like I'm subconsciously listening. I'm not actually hearing what people are saying, but I'm responding because, like, I'm listening.
Right.
And then somebody will say something that, like, throws me off, and I'll, like, put down my phone, and I'm like, wait, what did you just say? Like,
back up.
What?
Yeah.
I'll do that with Becca a lot. Like, Becca will be telling me things, and then she'll be like, oh my god, you'll never guess what happened, and, like, go on this story, and I'm like, I heard half of that story. Wait, what? Like, excuse me? Like, what did you just say happened? And she'll be like, were you not listening? And I'm like, well, I thought I was, but apparently not. Like, I missed a big part.
Oh.
So,
Crazy.
I'm getting better about that.
Gen Z, man. It's different. It's like a whole new world.
It really is.
It's crazy.
They're really good at it, though. Like,
they really are.
I have to
That's
give them props because, like, I do have that issue of being like, what?
No, I can't focus. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like multitasking on like a whole other. I thought I was good at multitasking. They're like technologically multitasking.
You know what, I think it's really interesting too, because we would always learn in school, especially in, like, biology, about, like, our brains, like, not being capable of multitasking. Like, the human brain, like, is 100% not capable of doing two actions at the same time 100% correctly.
Right.
And, like, I think it's really interesting that with the younger generations, they kind of are.
They flip, though, really quick. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, learning about that stuff with your brain, it's not multitasking. It's that there's two tasks and your brain is constantly flipping.
Right.
And how fast you can flip is how adept you are at multitasking.
Yeah.
So their brains are somehow
just, like,
evolved to just all the time. Oh, it's weird. I don't know.
Learn how to do that.
I know. I feel special.
My vocal coach has me trying to learn how to do that because they're really good exercises for that. And so she has me running around, like, doing, like, utter, like,
saying utter,
like, really, really fast. Because one of her friends who's Hispanic, when she was in high school and trying to learn how to roll her R's, told her that he couldn't learn how. And that his family, when he went to Mexico, told him to say utter, like, just really, really quick all the time, and, like, run around saying it, and then your tongue starts to, like, loosen up because it's your muscles, like, being too tight.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, your tongue learns how to do the up and down thing to say, like...
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Utter.
Yeah. So, like, I wake up in the morning and, like, one of my vocal exercises is to stand in front of the mirror and look at my tongue and be like, utter, and slowly get faster. And I think people think I'm crazy because, like, if they could hear me, I would just be standing in front of the mirror watching my tongue being like, utter. That's weird. Yeah, see, you did it. You did the utter.
I think you have to, I think the key, like, I can feel where they're going with this. Like, knowing how I can roll my R's and then what I just did with my tongue. I think that the trick is that you have to get the tip of your tongue to hit right in the back where, like, your gum and your teeth meet. I don't even know.
This is why people are paid to teach things.
People are paid to teach things. Yeah, right. Okay, so back to Disney.
Yes.
Have you had any Disney bounding ideas?
Okay,
do you know
so
what you want to do?
I love my Winnie the Pooh ears, and I really want to do Winnie the Pooh again, but, like, I hate those pants. They're horrible pants, so I think I need to get new pants. I also lost the red tank top, so I just need to get a whole new outfit. Yeah. But the ears are amazing.
Yes.
I'm also really excited for Star Wars Land to be opening up soon.
I know.
And so, like, I'm questioning doing, like, a Rey Disney bound or, like, Padme or Leia, something.
Be so cute.
Something.
Oh my god, no, you have to go as Leia, and then your boo can go as Han Solo.
Ah!
The cutest.
He loves Star Wars also.
Oh, he's a winner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, like, it was so funny.
Gosh.
One of the first times we hung out, because his roommate loves Star Wars also.
Okay.
He and I were talking, and he was like, do you like Star Wars? And I was like, yes. And he was like, what's your favorite one? And I was like, okay, I'm going to say this, that everybody who actually likes Star Wars, like, hates it when I say this, and he was like, you like the third one, and I was like, yes, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite, and he was like, I love the third one.
You found a soulmate, friend. I love this.
Yes.
I'm loving all of this.
So we watched it that night, and it was great, and his roommate came running in, and he was like, it's my favorite one, and like jumped down on the couch, and his girlfriend was like, I'm going to bed, like, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
She's like, I've seen this movie too many times.
Right? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so Disney bounding will be fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And then we're going to do Tortilla Joe's for lunch because they have the legendary tableside guac. And, like, I just go and I eat that. Like, I go for lunch. Like, I'll go for lunch and, like, just have guac and chips. Like, and some soda or margarita or something. Like, I will
they
just...
have the best margaritas.
They really
the
do.
blood orange margaritas, oh my god.
So good.
So I have a funny story, though, about eating guacamole and chips for lunch. And I think I told you this story.
I don't remember.
No, so for my 21st birthday, I brought a group of girls to Disneyland, and it was super fun. And we ended up going to Tortilla Joe's for dinner that night because we had gone to the ESPN zone when it was open, sad face, for lunch. And so we're sitting there and we ordered tableside guacamole for everybody to eat, and there were 5 of us. Mm-hmm. And so we're eating the tableside guac, and 2 of the girls are like, oh my god, this is so good, I'm gonna order some for myself to eat. So I'm thinking like, oh, they're gonna split it between the 2 of them. No, so the 5 of us devoured it, and then each of them individually ordered their own order of tableside guac to eat on top of it. So they've eaten like 2.5 portions each of tableside guacamole. We had fast passes to go on the, oh god, what is it called? Space Mountain, but it was like the Halloween version because my birthday's in October.
Yeah.
Well, they
the
didn't
Halloween
go.
version's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But they couldn't go because one of the girls lost her phone. So they're like, we're going to go back and grab my phone and then we'll come meet you guys. Yeah. Well, on the way of like finding her phone, the girl just starts vomiting everywhere. She's sending us pictures as we're waiting in line.
Ew.
Vomit. It's like
Ew.
neon green, and the 3 of us are all dying.
That's so gross.
It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, guys, tableside guac is meant to be shared at least between
like
2 people.
In moderation, please.
Yes, don't stuff your face before going on a roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, that sounds miserable. Yeah. That's crazy. I know. I tried to get us in for like princess breakfast. Okay, so question. Is the breakfast at Plaza Inn, is that princess breakfast or is that different? Like, you can go for the Plaza Inn buffet, but you're not there for character experience.
I think it's the same thing. The princesses walk through, so I don't know if they're really there for you, but like they're there, and if you pull them, they're not allowed to be like, oh no, sorry guys, like, I'm leaving.
Okay.
And it's just not in their job description. They can't do that. Like,
Got it.
So,
yeah. All these things we gotta know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm excited. And turkey legs.
And we're going when the tickets are still, like, cheap.
Yes.
Because they're doing the 3-day park hopper, like, special pricing before Star Wars Land opens, and that ends at the end of May.
Yep.
So, freaking amazeballs, guys.
And here's a fun tip. This is something I've been doing since we were planning our trip in January. I've been doing this. Is every time I go to Target or every time I go to the store, I either get, like, $10 in cash back or I buy a Disney gift card. So I literally have like, I think $175 in Disney gift cards now that you can use anywhere in the park. You can use it to pay for your food. I could use it to like buy tickets, like whatever I wanted to do with that. And then I also have a little cash stash that's good for that too. So I'm like not the greatest at trying to like purposefully save money for something.
That's
like
how
I will
I
always
am.
find something else that I'm like, oh, treat yourself.
Yep.
I'll save it later.
Yep.
So it's been really helpful actually doing the Disney gift card thing because I can't spend that money anywhere else.
That's
so
really
it's like
smart.
it stays like right there where I need it because Lord knows I will spend that money at Disneyland. And then you know what? If I have leftover money, that
it's not like we're not going to Disney,
and it's not like we're never going again. So yeah. So I'm excited because I feel more financially prepared.
So the other thing that's really exciting is, did you see what I shared on my wall that they're doing at Disney right now?
No.
Okay, so in Arizona, we have this thing called You're the Scene, and it's like a pop-up art experience where it's all just Instagrammable rooms. Mm-hmm. They have a pop-up Disney one right now that's going to be there while we're there in May. What? It's $30. You get an hour and a half inside of it, and it's like 15 Disney Instagrammable rooms that are just perfect for Disney, and they have all of these amazing things.
Do you have to get tickets ahead of time?
They recommend doing that because they fill up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we need to do this.
Yeah.
When can we buy tickets?
They literally went on sale yesterday.
Oh Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that needs to happen. Like,
yeah.
100% for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least you and I and Tim and Boo,
The Boo.
need tickets. I'm just gonna call him Boo from now on.
We don't get to disclose his name yet.
Not yet. So at least we and Andrea,
Yeah.
we need tickets.
Yes.
So we should just get those, and then whoever else wants is coming if they want to. Is Jackie coming, your sister?
Yeah, so I think both of my sisters are actually going to come, which is
Fun.
super fun. My sister, Jackie, she makes Mickey ears that are to die for.
Yes.
And I really want to do one day where we all dress up as different foods, which I know is super funny, but
Like Disney foods?
yeah, she saw these
Cute.
Mickey ears that she wants to make that are Mickey pretzels, and if anybody knows me, I always get a picture
You
with a
are
Mickey pretzel.
obsessed.
So I want Mickey pretzel ears, and I want to like
That's cute.
wear like red or something, because they like always do like the little ribbons on like the station like during
Yeah.
Christmas or something. That like,
Aw.
yeah, I don't know.
What
It's
a
in my
fun
head.
idea. Maybe I'll be like a Dole Whip or something.
Yes,
Or,
like a churro. Like
aw,
Yeah.
I miss churros. I can't have churros anymore. I'll be a turkey leg.
I can't have churros to begin with, so
Tim can be a churro. He's tall and skinny.
perfect. He can wear white pants and a white shirt, and it's the wrapper. It's great.
And he's tan, so this is perfect.
Mhm.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we're so pale right now.
Oh my god, I miss my spray tan.
Elizabeth, we miss you. It's bad.
It's so bad.
I
In
know.
2 weeks.
We
Like,
had
1
to
week?
take a session off because we've been doing it really like consistently
Yeah,
every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks.
And then last weekend we had to take the day off because it just wasn't going to work out. I was
Yeah.
leaving town. You had stuff going
Yeah.
on. It wasn't going to work. So then we like have to. So then it's gonna be like a month in between. So I've got like remnants on like the back
Same.
of my leg that I just haven't like scrubbed off yet. And
I'm like, I'm holding on to the tan.
I know, right? Keep it there. I know.
It like worked out really well though, because I did run out of my foundation like the day before, and I was like, you know what, like this is just a sign.
Right.
I need a month. Like let my skin breathe. I'm like dealing
Yes.
with a really bad breakout of hives right now too, because fun fact, kids, sometimes you're allergic to things that you didn't know you were allergic to, like jewelry.
Like the nickel and
Yeah,
jewelry.
like the nickel and jewelry. So I have to go
Yes.
get a new chain because it's like all around my neck.
Yeah.
And I did that photo shoot I was telling you about, and it didn't help because I had a little bit of it during then,
Oh no.
and they needed to cover it, so they put like 3 different foundations on, and it was like that on my face too. Like I loved how it looked,
You
but
were
it was
like
really
so caked, like
Yeah.
porcelain doll cake,
It
and
was
it
like-
looked good, but it
it
was like
did.
you looked so rushed.
well. It was coming off in layers on my skin, which is like. I was so concerned, so I think it just amplified
Yeah,
how
it made
bad
that
my hives
histamine
are.
response even worse.
Yeah,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
can't take pink Benadryl, and it's really
Mm-hmm.
hard to find the clear gel cap Benadryl. So like I haven't been able to take that. So
Can you
it's
take
not
like
helping.
the clear liquid children's?
Yeah, but I have to take a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Which is like, but yeah. So like today I'm going to Target. I'm gonna get a new chain for my necklace. I'm gonna get some
Aw,
Benadryl.
right.
And yeah,
Get yourself back in order.
yeah, pretty much. It's
That's crazy.
yeah.
Okay, speaking of foundation, I have to put Laura Mercier on
On
blast.
blast.
Like, so bad, you guys. All right, so a few weeks ago, it was probably like almost a month ago now, I went to the Laura Mercier counter at Nordstrom because they have this amazing translucent setting powder. I absolutely swear by it. My makeup does not go anywhere all day, and I love it. So I've been using that. I ran out of my foundation recently, and so I was like, oh, like I love the setting powder. Like I'm just gonna try, like I'm gonna see what they have. So when I was there getting the setting powder, they gave me this huge sample of the tinted moisturizer. And I'm not very, like, you know, as a savvy blonde, we like to say we're savvy about things. I'm not the savvy one about makeup. Like that's Caitlin's department. And I should have asked her, but I didn't. Because I thought to myself, okay, a really high-end brand, like a nice brand like Laura Mercier will have good products.
Yeah.
So they gave me this sample of tinted moisturizer, and I started using it on my face. And for the first like 4 or 5 days, I was like in love. I was like ready to go buy the full-size thing, but I was like, yeah, like I'll be cheap and wait. Like it's $45. I'm gonna wait. So about literally 5 to 6 days afterwards, I started noticing I was getting like breakouts right here along the side of my chin. Well, it kind of coincided with like when I got my period, so I thought, oh, maybe I just had like more weird hormones that month than a regular month because it's not usually that bad. Oh my gosh, it got so bad. I had cystic acne all up the side of both, and it was starting to go down my neck. Like it had gone from here to my ears on both sides, up to my cheekbones, and like down my neck. And I could not for the life of me figure out what was going on. I thought, you know, oh, it's stress from school. I thought it was like anxiety. I didn't know what it was. And I have a really bad habit of picking at things when they're on my face.
I do too.
So it doesn't go away quickly. And so, like, we recorded our last video, or 2 videos ago, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I think it's just my anxiety. And I was, like, showing you guys, like, how I was breaking out. That wasn't even the worst of it. It got way, way worse, and I kept covering it with more of this tinted moisturizer.
Right, which made it worse.
Right. Finally, I thought to myself, okay, like, my diet hasn't changed. Like, my stress has gone down. Like, this is still here. My period's long gone. Like, this is still here. What's going on? So I look it up online, and evidently I'm not the only issue. No. Like, I'm not the only person that has a problem with this tinted moisturizer. Like, so many people can't use Laura Mercier's tinted moisturizer because it gives them cystic acne. And I was like, what the hell? Like, oh my gosh. So I was so pissed. So I stopped using it immediately. And I was trying to, like, let it clear up. But I was, like, really self-conscious, and we were taking photos and trying to do that. And so I called Caitlin. I was, like, at Nord Show. I'm like, okay, you know what happened to my face with Laura Mercier. Who should I go with? And she's like, hands down, go with MAC. So I did. I went and I got foundation and concealer from MAC.
So good.
And I love it. And the nice thing is the concealer blends in really well with my natural skin for the most part. And so in order to kind of give all of this a break, I haven't put really any of the foundation on for a few days, just trying to let it finish healing up. And I just do the concealer under my eyes, and then I do setting powder all over. But oh my gosh, you guys, avoid Laura Mercier's tinted moisturizer. It will literally ruin your face. And yeah, had I not figured that out, I would have just kept going with it, because I never would have thought to myself that, like, that kind of thing would cause. But yeah, but the MAC stuff seems to be much higher quality.
Yeah, I really
makeup. It's
love
more
MAC.
Clean. It doesn't have as much of the really crummy chemicals that are in it. And you were saying that, like, any sort of tinted moisturizer, no matter what brand, is never a great idea. Why is that?
Yeah, so I really don't like tinted moisturizers because they're kind of just like a hodgepodge of, like, a bunch of different chemicals. And so, like, a lot of foundations have SPF in them, but it's, like, not the best, or, like, they're not really disclosing all of the ingredients that are in there, because if it's less than a certain amount of percentage, like, they can put things in there and they don't have to list them.
America is whack.
Yeah, it is. And so I had actually tried MAC when I was in Europe, and at the time they didn't carry the color of foundation in America that I needed, and so I bought it over in France. And I had always broken out from the foundation I used because I always used tinted moisturizer, and the makeup artist in France actually was like, well, that's because they use this, this, and this, and one of the first ingredients is always, like, alcohol, and it's really drying, and it's really bad for your face, and then there's, like, these chemicals, and, like, the next 6 ingredients are just going to be things that are going to prolong your acne because it's moisturizer, and da-da-da, and it's putting these just, like, nasty things into your face, because just because it's a moisturizer doesn't mean it's actually doing what it's supposed to do.
Lies.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay. So that was, like, when I began my love of MAC, and that's all I use now. So I use MAC and I use Purr, and MAC is what I use when I don't have my spray tan, and then I use Purr when I have my spray tan, just because I like how it looks more. But yeah, so when I do makeup on my clients, all I use is MAC, actually, because it's hypoallergenic.
And it conforms to the European standard. Like, it's got the little E on it, so you know that you're not getting whatever 500,000 chemicals.
Yes.
It's, like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they list every chemical, which I really appreciate, because everything is a chemical, and I hate that people have a negative connotation with that word. But, like, there is one, and there are things that are meant to go on your skin, and there are things that aren't. There's good chemicals and there's bad chemicals, but at least if there's a list, you can make that choice for yourself, because you're educated, you're informed, you know what's in your makeup. And I love that it still has SPF in it, because I think it's super important that, like, everything you're putting on your skin is helping, you know, prolong your skin's longevity, and it's making sure that, like, it's still healthy and happy, and so MAC definitely does that, and their makeup artists are helpful. So
saved our little white faces.
The best.
The best. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. This one was a little bit more conversational. I kind of like this format a little better. It's kind of like the Savvy Blondes talk show.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, hey, girl, have a good weekend.
You too.
Congrats again on your new job.
Thank you.
And this is all very exciting. We'll keep on planning Disney stuff. If you want to join us, hit us up on our Instagram or send us an email at thesavvyblondes@gmail.com. You can check us out on our website at thesavvyblondes.com. I did not do the old lady thing and say www.thesavvyblondes.com. And then, of course, hit us up on Instagram at thesavvyblondes as well. We are here to just have fun with you guys and connect, so definitely connect with us. We are excited to just continue this journey with you guys.
Yeah.
It's been really fun so far, and we're looking forward to where this coming year takes us. And it's already a quarter of the way over, which is nuts. It's going so fast. But you know what? We are kicking ass and taking names. So
Yeah, we are.
cheers. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Guys.
Thanks guys so much for watching our channel, The Savvy Blondes. We'd love to thank our sponsors, Thrive Co-working for Women here in Gilbert. Thank you so much, Thrive. We're so excited and blessed to be a part of you and to be able to film here. So thanks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.